Hello and welcome back to Economics Destination, your ultimate stop for deep dives into economic theories, models, and schools of thought that have shaped our world. Today, we are embarking on a fascinating journey through time, exploring a treasure trove often overlooked in mainstream economics, the Indian school of economic thought. We will unpack its ancient wisdom, trace its evolution through medieval times, see how it challenged colonial exploitation, and explore its post-independence contributions. Plus, we'll connect these insights to the pressing economic debates of today. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll look at economics through a completely different lens. So, let's dive right in. Our journey begins over 3,500 years ago in the Vedic and post-Vedic periods, where economic thought was intertwined with philosophy and spirituality. The Vedas, especially the Rig Veda, emphasized the role of wealth, called Artha, as one of the four key aims of human life, alongside Dharma, which means ethics karma, referring to desires, and moksha, or liberation. The Upanishads refined these ideas, arguing that wealth is essential, but attachment to it leads to suffering. But the most systematic and secular approach to economics came from Kautilya, or Chanakya, through his magnum opus, the Arthashastra, around 300 BCE. Kautilya advocated strong state control over the economy. He developed early concepts of progressive taxation, price control, and labor rights. Arguably, this was one of the first detailed treatises on public finance, trade, agriculture, and economic justice, far ahead of its time. In fact, some scholars equate Kautilya's Arthashastra to Machiavelli's The Prince, but with a more comprehensive economic dimension. Fast forward to the medieval era, India's economy witnessed vibrant interactions between Islamic economic thought, Bhakti movements, and indigenous trade networks. The Mughal Empire, especially under Akbar, implemented the Zabt system, an early version of rational taxation. Islamic practices of zakat, or charity, interest-free finance, and waqf, which are endowments, blended with Indian traditions. Trade networks expanded across Asia and Europe, facilitated by merchant communities like the Marwaris and Shroffs. This period saw proto-capitalist systems, thriving markets, and vibrant urban centers like Surat and Delhi. But then came the dark era of colonial rule, which devastated India's once flourishing economy. Dadabhai Naoroji was the father of Indian economic nationalism, who exposed the drain of wealth theory, arguing India lost millions annually to British exploitation. Mahadev Govind Ranade advocated industrialization, modern agriculture, and cooperative societies. Mahatma Gandhi proposed Gandhian economics, emphasizing self-sufficiency, village industries, trusteeship, and ethical consumption. Gandhiji's model wasn't just about economics. It was a civilizational critique of Western industrialism, which he called a 9-days wonder. At independence, India faced crippling poverty, inequality, and underdevelopment. Jawaharlal Nehru's mixed economy, state-led heavy industries, 5-year plans, and scientific progress. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar pushed for land reforms, labor rights, and inclusive growth. His vision remains central to social justice debates even today. P.C. Mahalanobis developed the famous Mahalanobis model, focusing on capital goods and public sector expansion. He also pioneered India's statistical infrastructure, setting up the Indian Statistical Institute. Did you know? Mahalanobis's models influenced India's second 5-year plan, which laid the groundwork for India's industrial growth trajectory in the 1950s and 60s. With liberalization in 1991, Indian economic thought pivoted toward market-oriented reforms. Amartya Sen, Nobel laureate, father of the capability approach, emphasizing freedom as development. Jagdish Bhagwati, globalization and free trade champion. C.K. Prahalad propounded the famous bottom of the pyramid model, encouraging businesses to serve the poorest profitably. Drèze advocated rights-based development and social security schemes. So, why is the Indian school of thought still relevant today? Let's break it down. Gandhian economics is now echoed in global debates on sustainability, circular economies, and degrowth. Local economies. The pandemic rekindled interest in Swadeshi-like self-reliance, reflected in Atmanirbhar Bharat, social justice focus. Ambedkar's ideas are crucial as India tackles inequality, caste discrimination, and inclusive growth. Data-driven policymaking. Mahalanobis' legacy lives on as we move towards evidence-based governance powered by AI and big data. Globalization critique. Naoroji's drain theory finds parallels in debates on debt diplomacy, neocolonialism, and unequal financial flows. In short, Indian economic thought offers a human-centric, ethical, and sustainable approach, offering the world a valuable lens to rethink capitalism, globalization, and welfare economics. So, what do you think? Is it time the world takes Indian economic thought more seriously? Comment below and share your views. If you found this video insightful, hit subscribe, smash that like button, and share it with fellow economic enthusiasts. Stay tuned to Economics Destination.